come right at you, make your entrance, but now let's see what happens. Dawn Creedon out of Tonganoxie, Kansas, the Scarlet Bandit Ford Expedition. Nice air.
Big air right off the bat. She's doing awesome. She is one heck of a driver, no doubt about it.
And she hit that obstacle better than everybody else. Everybody that's hit that obstacle has kicked them off to the right. She did it perfectly. I think Dawn is set up perfectly for this. I mean, she's going to lay back, be a little conservative. She can put on a great show here for a solid minute and then let her loose.
Everybody seems to be hitting donuts early, Tom, and then eat up some early clock.
Oh.
Yeah, they're hitting donuts early, but, you know, they haven't really got it going real good yet. Not a real fast cyclone been out there yet.
But I think some people are using up the clock early without going for the big stuff too early.
Absolutely, but I think a minute and a half, they got to go right after it here.
Yeah,
can't wait around too much, not like normal 2 minutes.
Yeah, you used to say, hey, you know, be smart for a minute. Now you've only got 90 seconds.
90 seconds comes up really quick with this bunch of a course.
Oh, is she going to double it? She's going to double.
Go for it, go for it, go for it.
Yes, nice.
Yes.
Now that's a combination.
Excellent job.
The best combination of the night right there.
Absolutely, Tom, absolutely. She's having fun now.
She needs to put a puncture mark on it right now.
Yeah, she's got to come up with
something. Get it going.
She knows she's got to hunt. Go for it.
No. Oh. That kills you right there. You got to hit something.
Yep. Yeah, you really don't have the time.
And then you went smaller that time than she did in the first one, you know.
So she
might have some damage. She's trying to work through it, though.
She's going for the big one.
She's a tough competitor.
Here we go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, recovered well.
She's also the first truck to hit that one stack, and the judges should keep that in mind. I mean,
she got over the triple stack.
Yep.
I don't think she has a wow factor yet.
No, you're right. I mean, she had a great combo, but it'd be nice to finish it up. Still a strong run.
You know what, guys? First time out here, Las Vegas Freestyle. She's really doing a great job.
Of Dawn Creedon and the Scarlet Bandit. Brand new piece. Jimmy spent over 200 grand to give his wife returning to the sport the best equipment, and I think she's not afraid to tear it up.
Yeah, she's going to go in there and tear it up.
Dawn has always been aggressive, not afraid to come out and go after this course, and she's off to a strong start in that Ford Expedition. You know, she was struggling with some engine situations. Jimmy actually drove this truck after the practice session the other night, and she was able to get a better piece because Jimmy found some problems he couldn't identify without getting in behind the wheel.
Just had a faulty solenoid, but everything is A-OK now. 555 cubic inches. That one makes some big-time smoke, no doubt about it. And she's a great driver. Brand new piece. She wanted Jimmy to take this truck. He said, nope, not going to do it.
Look at the air. That is absolutely sick from Scarlet Bandit, and Dawn is keeping it rolling. 30 seconds left in the run. If she can fill the clock.
Stand on it, girl.
And she does. What a leap. And she's still on all fours. She brought it right back down. That's one of the leaps of the night so far. Dawn Creedon getting it done.
The other truck barely made it. She completely cleared the landing.
Oh, she did. She flew it. Final 10 seconds. 5. Down to 2 seconds. 1 second. She will fill the clock. The judges are going to turn in their scores, but like the others, she apparently is going to keep going. Look at that. Beautifully done. And again, that truck just has that great look. That Ford Expedition looks so great hanging in the air. More bonus for you, Monster Jam fans, at the World Finals. The scores are being turned in.
Right now, Jimmy Creedon saying, time is up, honey. Time is up, honey. Bring that one back. It's not hurt.
Dawn is keeping it going. You've got to love the fact that all these drivers are giving the fans everything they got, even more. She's coming out of the truck. Get loud for Dawn Creedon and Scarlet Bandit. Please, one of the most popular freestylers. Come on, ladies, welcome back Dawn Creedon. The only lady in the field is Scarlet Bandit. Dawn Creedon, Scarlet Bandit. Yes, it's a big launch. Ford Expedition of Tonganoxie, Kansas. Again, to reset you, Chad Ziegler, Monster Mutt Dalmatian, came out first with a 32 on the board. Nobody's been able to get over it yet. And we're nearing the halfway part of this competition. Mark Schrader, that was certainly some monster air from Dawn Creed.
Absolutely, Scott. Ladies, let's not forget, this is Dawn Creed and Scarlet Bandit. She can hear you inside that helmet. She's doing an awesome job. Brilliantly done. Dawn is doing the freestyle of her career right here. Look at this air. It's absolutely sick, and this girl can handle it. This is her mother. She's a tiny little girl. Look at her. This. What an excellent combo she has under 1 minute left in her freestyle. Unbelievable.
You know, that combo scores points with the judges. They love those kind of moves. Dawn Creed winding the clock down. She's inside the final 30 seconds to fill the clock. Another of the priorities here at the Monster Jam NGK Spark Plugs World Finals during the UTI Freestyle.
She's going for it.
Come on! Oh yeah! They're still rolling! Oh my! You're getting a look at Candice Jolly, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. Chad Fortune is starting to order. I think he's ordering little, not room service, but seat service. Someone bring him a hot dog and a Coke up there because he is still in the hot seat. Well, Captain America's got a 30.5. That's the score to beat.
He better not quite order that cotton candy yet because he might not be sitting there too much longer.
They did bring him one of those Monster Jam snow cones. I saw that.
And we see Candice Jolly here in the Monster Mutt Dalmatian doing an outstanding job. She's had a good, strong season, and she's picking up right where she left off at her last event. She's doing a great job.
You notice on her truck that she actually has a different tire setup. When I say a different tire setup, that's a China tire. It's a little bit less aggressive tread on that thing, and it enables you to slide around a little more. It's a little more forgiving, which is a plus for this type of track.
Yeah, it's got a softer sidewall, a little rounder, so it helps the truck kind of bounce off things, and it really helps you on something like this. And we see a lot of truck breakage here. What it is, Adam, I think, is that there's no real flat places to land, so the trucks are hitting abrupt angles, and I think that's kind of what's jumping in here.
Yeah, she's going in here. She's doing a great job. She's going around the track, attacking everything better than most at this point.
Yeah, she's crossed up, doing a good job of going crossways instead of side to side. She's actually doing it diagonal, which is a pretty good method.
And it seems that her crew's been on their game because look at that. She's big air, left and right. Oh man, a little bit of a tail slap there, but it took it and see it slide around. That's because of those tires on that truck.
Yeah, that's a good point. The traction here at the World Finals has always been less than phenomenal, and it's actually helping her here because if it's too tacky to reach up and grab you and throw you right over.
She's still keeping up great momentum, big air, a little bit of a slap over there, right into the next obstacle. Non-stop action on this Monster Jam track.
She's doing a really nice job of filling her time here. Nice, consistent, clean. She's doing a great job.
We're due for another victory for a truck over the track, and Candice Jolly may be just the person to give it to us as she continues to fill the clock, taking it into bonus time. And Monster Mutt Dalmatian's going to give Captain America a run for the money, it looks like.
You can't talk any trash to these Monster Jam girls, man. They'll go out there on the track and they'll show you how it's done sometimes, and she's doing that right now.
Yeah, Candice got an extensive racing background, and that's what really helped her here in Monster Jam. She's doing a phenomenal. Let's see, the rear steer kicked a little bit on her, but it looks like it happened right in time.
Moving on to Candice Jolly, Monster Mutt Dalmatian. She is able to put it together and starts off with a nice bicycle. Here's somebody, if you want to talk about popular drivers in Monster Jam, they don't get a lot more popular than Candice Jolly, especially from our female fans.
Candice has built this Monster Mutt Dalmatian fan base from the bottom up. I mean, she started from debuting the truck and then went from World Final. She has a dance party, and my daughter, being 18 months old, my wife is so excited to get Everly into it, and I've already talked to Candice about it. We've got to get the tutus and all of the Dalmatian stuff, and if you're a fan and you've never been to her World Finals party, you need to go to the World Finals in Orlando 2020 and be a part of that. Wear all your Monster Mutt Dalmatian gear and come out and support her.
She has one freestyle win on the year, with the 8.785 being her best score. She competed this year on Stadium Championship Series 2 with some heavy hitters that are here tonight. That series eventually won by Gravedigger's Adam Anderson, but Candice Jolly, tough as nails on and off the track, and when she beats you, she'll let you know that she beat you at the end of the night.
But you're saying tough as nails, and it's tough to race her, you know, because if you're off your game at all, like if you slip up, it could be the fastest pass, but you pedal a little bit, she's gonna beat you. She is so fast in racing. That's what her background's about. Racing in go-karts at a national level, then moving into monster trucks, she has not skipped a beat.
And very down to earth. I love my conversations with Candice. I always find myself laughing no matter what we're talking about, but she means business on the track tonight. Did not like the way she lined up there, so backs it up, trying to come back across the track off the ramp in the middle of the track. And now she's got Great Clips Mohawk Warrior in her sights, rounding the turn. Gonna hit that ramp, not a whole lot of speed, but goes sideways into a save. She's gonna try to nail it, and she lands it perfectly. What a move. It looked like nothing. She turned it into something, and that could be the save of the night.
Anytime you get a chance to peel the body off of the truck, the fans love it. They are standing on their feet right now for Candice, and they want her to rip this truck to threads.
And the fans getting a great look at what the inside of that cab looks like with Candice Jolly. Her run is over, and she is out of the truck. That save, incredible move, and we'll see how the fans scored at judgeszone.com. But what a
Nicole Johnson coming out in Scooby-Doo. And you know that she's got to be a combination, Adam, of excited and terrified looking at this course. And by the way, I'm also going to try to keep track as we go how many the trucks win and how many the track wins. And right now the track's up 2-0.
Yeah, it's one of those tracks, man. It's going to be tough to conquer, and it's intimidating for me. I've been doing it, been around it my whole life, you know, and I can't imagine how Nicole feels at this time.
Oh, it's crazy, Adam. I know when I was looking at this track before the event started, it's impossible to pick a line. You almost have to start in one corner and hope for the best.
She's doing a great job so far, keeping her cool, surviving the track right now, trying to out-survive the track, and it's working for her. Got a nice donut cutting in there right now.
Yeah, the truck seems to be working good for her. You know, that Scooby-Doo team's been working hard all year. They've had a couple of rough outings, but they've had a good year all in all, so it's good to see Nicole out here actually getting the better of the track.
There she goes. She's setting up. What she got going on here? Nice cross thread right into another obstacle, man. This track is relentless.
Adam, as you notice, there's no flat places to land. I mean, everything's an up, down, angle, left, right. It's crazy. It's something like we've never seen.
She's doing great though, man. You know, she's playing it a little bit safe, but it's working for her. She's conquering the track right now.
Yeah, you see when she moves up these next obstacles here, she almost gets her a chance to kind of gather herself, and a nice little step up there on the backside of that.
Score to beat 15.5. Man of Steel's the leader, and Scooby-Doo is giving us kind of a run that, frankly, early on, if she fills the clock, is going to take over.
Well, you know, Sue Scott, when you go out this early in the field, you know, your job is just to finish your time, you know, because there's a lot of trucks after you, and you can't really win unless you finish your time.
She's in there. She's filling the time right now, going for a ride on the inside of the truck. So it looks a little rough. It's beating around a little bit, but she's still getting it out there.
Yeah, she's doing a really good job of changing it up. She hasn't done the same thing twice yet at all, and, you know, she's doing a nice job of crossing it, and actually some of her rock crawling experience is kicking in here.
It is so interesting as we look around. I'm looking off camera right now. I apologize to the fans, but I got to mention to them that everywhere you see a driver, some up in the lounge area, some back along the pit road lane, everybody's eyes are locked. Whoa, wait a minute. And they wanted to see what everybody's going to do. Nicole Johnson. And that's what I'm talking about. Everybody's eyes are on her. And how about that? How about this for World Finals history, gentlemen? Young lady back for another crack at this track. It's Nicole Johnson and Scooby-Doo.
Interested to see how Nicole Johnson is going to attack this course. She's got to hit some big stuff because Cole Vennard has set the standard so far.
Now she has, in previous trips here, landed a clean backflip, so you would think that's probably coming from her at some point. Not yet, though.
Scooby-Doo, always one of the fan favorites. Everybody getting up and they love that tail wagging on Scooby-Doo. But Nicole Johnson, she's been focused all weekend long. She knows she's coming out to do battle with some of the best Monster Jam stars in the world tonight.
Good reaction from the crowd with that nice leap, and combos it up nicely. But again, the bar that has been set by Cole Vennard and Gravedigger, so far, nobody's really come close to yet.
Jan Fortune, I believe, came the closest.
Yeah, probably.
But right now, I don't see the tenacity, the aggression by Nicole Johnson that's going to say, hey, this is a run that's going to beat Cole Vennard.
Well, she's going to give her backflip right here. Look at the elevation, and it was too much.
Awesome. I haven't done a freestyle on a stadium in a while, but I'm ready to bring it out here. The track looks awesome. All the hits look really good. So we're going to go out there and we're going to do it consistent, and hopefully we can get the #1 spot in freestyle. You know, I have a couple things that I want to try for sure, and I want to get to them, but I don't want to think about it. I just want to go out there, hit stuff as big as I can, get some big air, maybe some crazy saves, and just make a great show for all the Scooby fans.
All right, Scott, so Linsey Read defies the odds, becomes the first woman driver to ever win the showdown. Now, here she is in freestyle, hasn't done a stadium freestyle all year. How do you make that transition from the arena shows when that's what you're used to?
You know, it's tough, but, you know, she deserves it. She won the showdown, so she earned her spot in here. You know, Linsey is exactly what Monster Jam's all about, and that's family. So I love the fact that she's in here performing in front of her husband and her children.
She competed in the Arena Championship Series this season, 47 events. She won 11 freestyles, so she's capable of making it happen. I saw her last year get some stadium freestyles in. She can do some great things. There's a sky wheelie on that freestyle pad for Linsey Read and Scooby-Doo.
And there's another one, Scott. You know, we talked about it. You know, big air is what's going to take. You got to mix in. You got to have transitions fast. Linsey's capable of doing this. She's a great athlete. She's a great driver. She's coming up in the sport, so I'm excited to see what she does here.
From El Paso, Texas, she debuted in 2016. She drove Wonder Woman, now in Scooby-Doo, which is one of the most popular trucks in Monster Jam. So this is fan judging. You know, she has that backing from all the Scooby-Doo fans. Could that come into play when you factor in her scores?
You know, without a doubt, you know, there it is right there. You know, she's doing a great job. She's doing a great job with the rhythm, staying on the truck, staying on the throttle, getting from point A to point B. So she's having a good, solid run right now.
Linsey Read and Scooby-Doo trying to make it happen after winning that showdown. Now she is here with 23 other competitors, all vying for the Monster Jam World Finals Freestyle Championship. A bit of an spectacular run so far, but she's getting those sky wheelies in, trying to make some of that big wow moments that you talked about, that X factor. What is it going to take for Linsey Read? It looks like she's about to send it off the freestyle ramp.
There it is. That's what I'm talking about. Get the truck settled down a little bit. Good job, Linsey.
That's what it's going to take. You got to do a little more of that. Here she goes for the backflip.
That's the backflip we're talking about. Settle it. Get along force, put it in reverse, and keep on going.
Off the container ramp. You don't see that on the Arena Championship Series, but you do see that in Monster Jam World Finals. Anything goes when it comes to winning that World Championship.
I think that was her first backflip ever. That was pinpoint, on target. Linsey's got to pick it up right now and throw in the wow factor.
There's a bicycle off the freestyle pad. Didn't get a lot of extension, but she's able to get it, and she is going to turn around and send it again. Here comes Scooby-Doo off that first jump.
I love that jump.
Air.
There it is. Here it comes.
A cartwheel save for Linsey Read and
That's
Scooby-Doo.
wow factor right there.
And she knows what she just did. I'm not sure if she meant that, but she sure as heck saved it. And that is a great run for Linsey Read and Scooby-Doo.
Wow.
So far, we've seen two of the drivers work the outside. Let's see if we can get a slap wheelie in here.
Great execution.
90 degrees, dragging that bumper in the San Diego dirt.
Yeah, she wants to incorporate more of those technical moves in this year, and so we saw that right off the gate.
Yeah, variety is so important for these freestyle runs. You have to remember that the fans are the judges here, and they want to see a little bit of everything.
She's got a lot of good momentum. We're seeing the quick turns in the corner as she puts a little combo together here. Triples up with some final air across that final pod. Uh-oh. It looked like she may have stalled for a second, but coming back with a vengeance.
Yeah, something definitely weird went on. A nice sky wheelie, but it's so hard to get those points when you stop in the middle of the run. You don't keep that excitement going the whole time. Right now, I'd love to see Cynthia step on the throttle, carry a little bit more momentum and speed in this freestyle run.
And the other thing we've got to remind folks about, this is their first time ever seeing this particular track in person. And so it's a brand new track for Monster Jam. She's walked it multiple times, and she has an idea of what it looks like out there, but the first time actually in the truck, body on, and driving.
I will tell you what, I've seen 2 stalls from Cynthia so far. That is going to hurt her score immensely. She's going to need something big.
And here's the wow moment that she's looking for, trench box backflip. Let's look at the execution.
Oh, it's so big!
The best part, all 4 BKTs down, and she's sending it one more time.
Oh, that's how you do it. Big moment after big moment. Looks like a little bit of transmission fluid coming out of that truck, but it doesn't matter.
And what a...
Make some noise for Cynthia Gauthier, Lucas Stabilizer.
This is Lucas Stabilizer's first entrance into the finals. Let's go racing! The clock is paused at 23 seconds, and unfortunately for that, it will end her run. Make some noise for Kayla Blood and Sparkle Smash, making her competition debut with the brand new Monster Jam Spin Master Truck Sparkle Smash, bringing the toy to live action. Kayla Blood.
He's great fans of Sparkle Smash because it's not every day that you get to drive a real life-size toy, and she gets to do that.
Yeah, she does, and I cannot think of a better driver to drive Sparkle Smash. It is a unicorn with an attitude, and that is Kayla Blood in a nutshell. She drives so aggressively. You love to watch her. Sometimes she's a bust, but sometimes she puts on a fantastic
It's
show.
boom or bust, and when she booms right out the gate. I want to see push-ups on top of that unicorn mane. That's what I want to see. Making her fourth start here in Glendale. The last was back on April 27th in Soldier Fortune. First Glendale appearance for Kayla Blood in Sparkle Smash. With the announcement of the 2025 lineups, we saw Jamie Sullivan going to be in a Sparkle Smash as well on the Arena Series. Kayla's excited about getting a teammate and spreading the word of this 6-ton fearless unicorn that she loves to prance around this track. And Kayla just loves to beat up on the boys here, man. She loves to humble the male drivers in this sport, takes a lot of pride in showing them what she can do on the track.
And she definitely does it, and I think this track is playing into her favor quite a bit. She is heavy on the throttle, not a lot of finesse, but what we love about Kayla Blood is she puts it to the floor and she goes for it.
The unicorn is on the track, and Kayla Blood absolutely right now just laying it down. We got unicorn body parts already falling off. And that body is hanging on by a thread. Look at it just bouncing up and down, up and down. And now Kayla going to hit the ramp, the gray side ramp. Nice air bounces it off. There you see more and more. The track is starting to get a little confetti-ish here, a little more unicorn. Now the whole body is absolutely shredded as we get a great look at Kayla Blood in that chassis. And she is lining up for the Morgan Morgan backflip ramp. Here comes Sparkle Smash without the sparkle, but with a lot of smash. Kayla Blood goes up, and she pushes off the back two wheels and lands it. And I'm not sure if she had breakage. That is going to do it. So we have not seen any driver yet hit the backflip ramp and continue the run, but another backflip.